Welcome back, everyone, to the ESL ESEA Pro League. We're about to move into our final game of the day. Titan versus EnVy, a old school French classic, I think we can pretty much call it by now. Today's map going to be Cobblestone. We saw them go head-to-head yesterday, which ended in a 16-13 victory for EnVy. Both of these teams definitely need or could do with at least 3 points at this stage of the season. Yeah, and more importantly, for Titan, they just need a it's like they need to record a win over EnVy. It's as simple as that. EnVy is their local French rival team. I would say it's kind of akin to TSM and Dignitas, you know, in terms of Danish rivalry, but I think the French maybe hate each other a little bit more. I'm not too sure on this one, but I know they definitely don't like losing to one another. No. Titan, after yesterday's performance, are going to feel that they could possibly take something off EnVy here, but EnVy have already recorded some really good results tonight. And the fact is that victory over Flipside as well was a pretty one-sided affair. I mean, 16-5, they were never really challenged in that game, so honestly, they're looking in good form coming into this one. We also have to, though, say that EnVy did play a little bit earlier on today in the Face It League, actually against TSM, and beat them 16-8 there on cash as well. Win. So, you know, themselves, EnVy are just they're not looking bad either. They're certainly ramping themselves back up as we get back towards event season. Yes, it's the right time, isn't it, for EnVy? No doubt about it, to get themselves back into form. It is going to be Cobblestone, though. It's a map that they faced each other at kind of 16-14 was the score. 16-13 was the score yesterday. These teams are always like to play it close. We'll have to see how it works out. Now, I'm hearing, obviously, there is a couple of new roles on EnVy, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe the little changes freshen up something. Something's working out well for them, and they're starting to pick up those wins. We'll have to keep our eye on this one over the next couple of weeks, as like you say, as we start getting into finals time. Yeah, I mean, this is the perfect time to do so, the perfect time to really ramp yourselves up. Maybe now there's a right time to make changes as well. The fact is that you do, I think, after you make small changes, you have kind of a honeymoon period, really. That goes for, you know, changing a couple of players, but also changing roles within the team. Everyone kind of works a little bit harder to fall into their new role, and it just feels a little bit like you've refreshed something within the team. But we are going to be getting into the knife round here in a second, so we'll be going live with EnVy versus Titan again, 2 days in a row. Yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Knife's underway, and this is the beauty of EnVy. Well, just to get a beautiful look at you there, Joe, as well. The beauty of EnVy is, and like we were saying, the other honeymoon period, the fact that they haven't had to change a player. They've kept the same roster. They've just shuffled around a little few positions, figured out. And I wonder if it is Shox being in-game leader. I need to investigate that one a little bit more, whether he's taking over Happy. I mean, Happy himself has, you know, been playing amazingly. He's been top fragging the last couple of days, and that's a really big thing for him. I mean, even if it's, okay, we tried out a couple of people in that role, but in the end of the day, Happy works best for us. But he's an in-game leader that really puts up beastly scorelines, and you don't often find that, to be honest. You have a lot of in-game leaders who, I don't want to say slack, but certainly aren't up there in terms of top fragging, like someone like Happy is. Look at Titan on the minimap. They're just 3 of them huddled still around the fountain here. Or the statue, I should say. Not so much a fountain more than anything else. But, okay, they're going to hold back. Maniac's going to be the sole man that tries to get a little peek over towards Kiyoshima here on B site. And he will manage to find her, but Kiyo will clip his heels as he backs away, while the rest of the team makes their way through A. Let's see how this one works, though. Happy currently defending down by middle, so anyone comes through here, they should have. Kiyoshima, in the meantime, has taken out Maniac, so good little start for EnVy after winning that knife round and deciding to start on the CT side. We can see that Titan have hit the button and are now going to be rotating their way over towards this B site. Yeah, EnVy have moved 4 people over its way. They were thinking that, yes, okay, Maniac's here, he is going to be a distraction, but Kiyoshima's doing a great job of slowing them down. MBK holding the window, expecting that drop. That grenade went just a fraction too early. It would have caught RPK as he dropped down. Now Kenny has managed to get Kiyo down, but NDPK with the double tap to the head of Kenny in Apex.
well, absolutely cause some problems. Happy's on the rotate round. Smith's coming from drop side, so they're coming from 3 different angles. They have got the bomb down. Existence picks up 1, but Happy's going to catch them by surprise right at the back. It's RPK caught out. Happy gets himself a second, and the rotate worked out perfectly for Envy on the road retake.
Yeah, MBK, the big player from that one, he was basically tasked with holding up that 4-man push in there. Managed to pull that off with 2 great shots as well, and by the time that had happened, it's a 4-on-2 situation. Envy are already rotating. They did, however, get the bomb down there, did Titan, so that'll give them a little bit more money to work with, but of course it's all on Envy at this point, and in fact Happy going straight in for a full buy-up in round 2 with that M4.
All right, let's see if Titan can do it. Woo, Galil for Apex, okay.
Yeah, there's an AK in there as well.
Maniac as well, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's just passed off the AK. All right, well, we saw Titan try some fancy as round 2 tactic a moment ago, and it was Maniac that pulled that one off. Let's see if they can do it again. It was a beautiful scout work. If you just missed that one against Flipside, check out round 2 in that game. The VODs will be up on the YouTube for ESL very soon, no doubt. Already is, apparently. There we go. See? Look at that. Our media department in full swing. Meanwhile, Keo, once again, he's got himself tucked in a position which is pretty dangerous. It's a position I've never seen anyone stay alive in. It's the unenviable position for, ironically, EnVyUS Kiyoshima. He has got an SMG. He could catch them out well, but it's kind of a position that they all run to, and they're all going to go to that corner. So we'll see if it works out for them. They're triple stacked as they push through.
Well, let's see. Maybe that bit of work there from MBK is enough. Actually, he'll have to switch away from the MP9. He gets 2 kills there. Brilliant stuff. But is that enough to hold them back? It's made Shocks pull right back onto this B-bomb site. He will then take the head off Maniac, and it's now all on Existence, who's already been tagged and finished off from the side there by Happy. Again, Envy closing in so extremely well there onto Titan. Perfect call. Just held them up enough there, did Kiyoshima. Also, I mean, getting 2 kills is certainly a bonus in that scenario. So really solid defensive round there for Envy. And of course, that means now Titan, after going for that second round buy-up, are going to be on the eco and pretty much at full eco. Just picking up 3 P250s in there. There's 1 single flashbang for Existence as well.
MBK himself has only got the USP. He went for the head armor, but as you said, Titan on full eco this time around, just those P250s. Keo once again is going to be the man that holds the angle, and they're all coming his way. This time he's got an M4. He's going to get the single tap down, or well, a couple of double taps. There's a single. Gets himself another. That's 4 so far. There's going to be the 5th. Can he make it a simple ace? No! MBK, you greedy son of a... just jumps in front of his face. He's like, what are you doing, man? It was
You're going to have to kill me if you want your ace.
Oh, that was dirty.
Blocking him off. I mean, an eco ace. Maybe not something to shout about.
I mean, MBK only had he only had a USP, so I get it. He needed a kill, but come on. Come on. Don't deny the man his ace.
Got himself a FAMAS as well for this round, and see the money starting to really build up already for Envy. This round, though, we will be seeing Titan back with money in the bank as well. And Kenny S will be rocking that AWP. But will Envy show for him? Will he get any opportunity to kick this round off? We'll find out. Some flashes and smokes already placed defensively. That's going to be a grenade towards Maniac, who's spraying through smoke, but no target for him there.
Smiths actually did take a couple of shots through the smoke over at Long, but Kenny didn't find him. Oh, MBK this time is getting tagged from range, and that's an AK, but he manages to get some good spray onto Maniac. Takes him down to 12 hit points, while the rest of the Titan are starting to stack themselves up. Happy's got himself in a great position with Smiths on the cover. And if they flashes himself in, Smiths knows that they've gone across to the left. He's got rotations coming in. Shocks is going to move to the back of A site. So they have all the angles covered so far. MBK's already on the rotate as well. Envy going to be in a perfect position to stop this Titan push.
Yeah, they've called this one here of Envy. And there is a flash coming through middle. RPK is going to spot them, but there is a pick up from Smith, but he doesn't get the frag, and he had to get it in that scenario. Now Shox is going to have to come up big with MBK as the flash goes over the top. He's going to wait for RPK to come on site. Then he opens up, gets himself 2. There's a third one as well. Actually, it was MBK that got the first 2, but Shox and MBK holding strong as a monstrous team there on that A site. And just when Titan thought they'd work their way onto the bomb site, they get shot from the back, they get shot from the truck, and Envy go 4-0 up.
I love seeing the discipline of these pro players to just hold, wait for that perfect moment, the decision making to say, okay, now I can fire. There's enough gunfire in there that actually I may even be disguised. And it worked out well. 4-0 Envy with a great start here. Titan on the Tech 9s. I think they may go for a... Well, Existence is on his own with the bomb at the moment, actually. So he's got to be careful he doesn't go too aggressive on Kiyoshima over in B. And now they're going to make their way back around towards A there. Happy tagged up heavy. Yeah,
that was a single dink to the head, actually, from that Tech 9. And Smiths will actually be finished off. And now Envy find themselves in a position where they really have to dig in deep on this A bomb site. There's an M4 there for Existence after that kill. This AWP of Happy, though. Can he come up big? MBK will spray as well. He's taken a lot of damage. Oh, and a bit of a fluff on the grenade, but he does recover there with his spray. What can Happy do? Open hand, the bomb being planted. He'll shut that one down, though. They also finish off Maniac. There's 2 men left here, one of which will be spotted by Happy, so he knows where he is. Flash over the top. Apex gets one, but Kiyoshima is able to come out big, and Envy, bit of a scare there for him, I think, but they win the round nonetheless.
Yeah, they get the round, they get the money. Titan can afford to buy themselves back up. They got a few kills. Didn't quite get that plant down, like you said. Happy stopped that, perfectly placed for it. Basically just saving himself in the corner. Anything that went back there. I thought for a moment that misarray nade that managed to clip the wall, I thought it was going to find Happy. I wasn't sure if I had the distance on it, and luckily it didn't. It caught the wall before it managed to just trickle over it, but that could have been a tragedy. Kenny back on the AWP though. Gone glass cannon, no armor. Couldn't quite afford that one. This time they've got 2 members, Existence and Maniac, both taking a peek over towards B, which we can see MBK also holding with an AWP of his own. So double AWP set up for EnVyUS. And Smiths is going to be the sole man that holds them back. Apex is going to be the man that comes around the corner, while the rest of the team try and find an opener over at B.
Well, Shox heard that molly dropping in, so he knows he can just sit back for now. A couple of flashes towards A. And Shox just going to camp this window now.
They've misread it. Look, you can see Shox and Happy are both all rotated. Smith is on his own at the moment, and Titan are 3 stacked over there on towards him. Happy now coming back, luckily. Titan delayed a little too long. Existence getting a couple of shots on Shox from the window. Happy's flash should be enough to buy Smith time to get around the corner. He will find Apex. He knows there's another there. He caught a glimpse of, I think it's Kenny S. It's just around there. He's going to go for the peak. He's not going to chase him down. RPK's pushed right up to the doors, though. He's not going to catch Smiths off in the cross. And that is now just Kenny going for a save.
Should have gone a bit better there, I feel, for Titan. And
yeah, I felt that the B site, like they'd drawn the rotation. I felt they needed to be just that little bit more aggressive. You can see Existence and Maniac, they'd done well. They'd drawn 4 players towards them, but they just couldn't hold them off enough there. Oh, Kenny's giving his position away. I don't think they got time to catch on him.
No, too far away. I'll spam a couple of shots towards the windows, hope they can find something, but that won't work for them. If we look down the scoreboard, who's doing the work here for Titan and for Envy? It's 9 kills on Kiyoshima, 8 for MBK, Shox 6, 4 for Happy, 2 for Smiths. Other side, not exactly the same numbers. I mean, obviously they're 6-0 down, so you can't expect that to ever really level up. But Titan, what have they got here? Been fed money by the system because of the fact that they're on that 6-round losing spree at this point. And Kenny's going to look to try and make an opening over by B, but big flash over the top. The smoke comes in, and that's the end of that one.
They've seen some strange meta swings on this map. Back at, Katowice, it was very much, it had a CT side connotations. Then we went to the Pro League Finals. It was all about the T side. And now it seems to be back on the CT side. The last whole bunch of matches I've seen in Cobblestone, it's all been CT. Happy should land this one. Is he going to come through? Did manage to catch the leg there. Oh, that grenade could be massive. No, it didn't quite. I think it caught the other side of the door. So it didn't do enough damage. Smith was holding the angle, but Happy up close and personal with his AWP. It's going to be very much in your face as they come around. Smith is going to walk, Maniac, sorry, walking straight into Smith's crosshairs. So simple pickup for him.
And that's really put the doubts in there, I think, for Titan. Oh, he spotted the barrel of Kenny around the corner there. Happy just going through Tech9 into the face. And that leaves just RPK and Existence. And Smiths has just spotted his legs there, I think.
He saw the gun get picked up. So he knows that they're there. He knows they picked up the
save again.
AWP. Yeah, I think they're going to run away with that AWP and keep it for Kenny for the next round.
And I think rightly so, yeah. I mean, 20 seconds pretty much when that's all gone down. Not really much to do. But will Envy go hunting them?
NBK's going looking. I think he's going to be the only one, though. NBK's been the man that's sent on the hunt. Going in with pistol as well, instead of his M4, which he's got in his hand. Now he manages to pull it out. That is not the AWP they found, though. The AWP has gone down back in towards the doors, so they managed to keep hold of that for Kenny, but after losing this many rounds back-to-back, money is not that much of a problem for them. They can just buy themselves back up there and hope they can get something going here. 7-0, big score for Envy to start off on.
A couple of pistols still in there, though. And the full eco from RPK. Apex getting Tech9 plus nades as a Galil for Existence as well. So certainly not in prime position here. Titan to win their first round of the game. We shall see, though. Maniac has opened up the frag in there onto Shocks in drop down. So this time a really, really good start. But we've seen them getting opening frags for it only then to fall off. Kenny's going to peek around the corner and use his teammate there as bait, and it worked perfectly for them as they take down Smiths.
Happy is the only man that's over around A side at the moment. Maniac's doing a fantastic job. This is the first time he's really been successful over on B side as well. Only picked up 4 kills, and 2 of them in this round already, so has been one of the issues. They've not been able to be that distracting force over at B site. Maniac still keeping Kiyoshima here, who's actually going to try and push through the smoke, so Maniac gets a 5th kill of the game. More importantly, all 3 of them have come in this round. So first round on the board, and now that's what they need more of. Can Maniac be that distraction? That's why they had to send Existence there before, to double up and try and get some kills, some openers, to try and draw the attention away from A site. 7-1, they're going to have to do a lot more of that, though.
Triple up setup, as you do, from Titan. Finally some money in the bank. Let's get them picks and start moving forward. RPK got himself Galil and an AK for Maniac. So expecting this round to be a little bit slower out of Titan. And they look for...
I don't know whether Kyo is going to expect Maniac to be up so close in that smoke. He's also got Existence with him. Meanwhile, the rest of the team, we see Smith is going to take down Apex.
No.
No, not at all.
It's somehow 4 HP. It was literally 1 more bullet for him there. And I thought that Apex was down and out of that one, but I was wrong. And I think Smith's thought he was dead there at that point. He put a full clip into him.
Smoke's cleared. Kyo still holding behind that box. Maniac just edging off. Now he's got the flash out. There's the molly. It's gone into the corner, though. He's not in the corner this time. He's got the box covered. This time he will be able to step backwards. He should be able to catch Maniac. If you saw, definitely bouncing around. Meanwhile, Shocks, he's got himself 1. Will get himself a 2nd on Kenny. And this attack has been stopped dead in its tracks. It's got to be in Envy's court as Shocks gets a 3rd. And, well, MBK, that's the entire A attack has been shut dead. And Maniac, the distraction force, sadly has not worked out for him. He did manage to get MBK down before he went, but Shocks gets himself his 4th of the round. And it's 8-1, and that's pretty much put Titan in a strange position. Are they going to try and force something? It's going to be Galils, it's going to be AKs and Galils. They're going to have to. I mean, it's 8-1. They've got to try and get something going here.
Yeah, there'll be a couple of Tech9s mixed in the back there, but everyone got armor, got plenty of nades to work with. And that's the problem they've had. They've had like a good opener here, a good opener there, but the follow-up from them has just not been really up to par. They've not been able to pull it off, as Keo just demonstrated some nice movement there as he gets in position. Here come double flashes though. Is he going to be able to hold this one off? He's not. He goes down, but they've taken a lot of damage up there on the platform. NBK will then try and come to the rescue. He's going to flash directly up in the air, and that will get both guys that are on platform actually. Plus, he's now got shocks there, so there's just a lot of damage to be done. There's the peek around the corner from Shocks. Actually, will then get flashed out as well, so this is still dangerous for them. Shocks a nice shot, and they stop the bomb planter as well. That was NBK. It's now all non-existent, who can't find the aim to take out NBK at the back, and that's another loss round here for Titan.
The smoke.
And now they've got no money.
That smoke, I mean, they had to put it down because they wanted to get the bomb plant in, but it actually gave Shocks a perfect cover to go around. It's like, excellent. I was stuck behind the rock. I was in a good position covering myself, but you've just given me a complete new angle to just rotate around. NBK holding the left, Shocks holding the right. Got that crossfire set up around the statue, and even if they got the bomb plant in, they weren't ever going to get anything else than that. So Envy 9-1 up, forcing Titan onto a full save, but Kenny's found Smiths, and I'm pretty sure he had an AWP back there, didn't he? No, it's just an M4 this time around. Happy's the... Oh, okay, Happy's got the AWP instead.
Well, one thing for Titan is that just an M4, but an M4 that could change the pace of this round. Here is the peek from Apex, and Happy's missed the shot. Apex using that very M4 I was just talking about to get the second kill of the round. Here is Kiyoshima though. He'll get himself one. He's got two more in front of him as it drops down. Brilliant spray to find the first. Can he get Maniac as well? It's going to be USP versus P250, and Maniac is down to just over half. The headshot coming in perfectly. Shocks has dispatched of Apex, and he's now all on Kenny S. Two men to find. The bomb's down on the other side of the map. And for Envy, all they need to do now is sit back and defend it. And look at Kiyoshima. He's got grenades all day long to make sure that they hold it.
Yeah, he's got the bomb completely covered here. Fine. But I think Kenny actually might be happy to just hold on to this AWP as well. I'm not sure how aggressive he's going to be. He's going to find Shocks, so he's going to run headlong into him. He's just going to plow through the window. Shocks is ready. And that was another easy round for Envy. And you know what? They've not looked too tested. Like, this is the real fear right now. Envy, while they're 10-1 up, yeah, it's a massive score, but Titan haven't actually gotten that close to picking rounds up. It's always been 2 to 3 members left for EnVyUS. It's a problem. Titan are in trouble here. They're going to have a stonking CT side themselves.
Yeah, as I said, you know, opening picks have not been that big of a problem for them. It's the follow-on after that. Envy have reacted almost perfectly in all these situations. Just that one round why they lost out to Titan. But look at this, there are two men going to be watching towards Apex. Nade will come through. Happy landed the shot there, and well, Smith finished it off. Happy lands a second shot. MBK over the other side has picked off Maniac, and just like that, Titan's spread across these two bomb sites from the start has just been dismantled, and we're in a 5 versus 3, and it's not going to be 3 very long. Sorry, 5 versus 2. It'll be down to just Existence, who's going to flash drop down. No, but not drop down.
But I mean, he literally threw the bomb down to say, hey, you pass it on, and it just went straight to Keo. So Keo's like, yeah, I know where the bomb is, guys. It's just dropped right at my feet. This is easy. 11-1. I just double-checked. Envy never actually, not once, other than the round they lost. That one round they lost, that they fell below 2 people remaining. So they have themselves a massive bank still built up. 11-1 the score. Massive scoreline built up. Titan just struggling to get anything going here. They are just, well, with 3 Tech 9s, it's not looking good. This is not as close as I'd like to have seen it.
Well, right now it's not even remotely to what you could call close, I think. Here comes the push around. Gonna try and get the AWP. Apex at close range. Can he finish? Happy somehow got away there. 5 HP, tries the no-scope, but there's 3 men running him down. So an AWP goes into the hands of Kenny S. Can always be a danger. He's got no armor though, so he'll be easily sprayed down. But can he get a pick here? He can onto MBK. This round may be there for the taking here for Titan. They've dealt with Smiths, but they've not dealt with Shocks, who gets 2. Not quite able to finish RPK though. And now Kiyoshima, 1 versus 2. They're going to know where he is, I think, just by the position of that flash, but he's come down behind the truck perfectly.
Oh my God.
Kenny is dead. RPK does have Kevlar, no head armor though. Kiyoshima down low. He's got no grenades left to work with, but Kiyoshima peeks out, and RPK, I think, just lost sight of him there for a second. Kiyo down to 4 health. But just as it's looking good for Titan, just as it's looked like they could win a round that they shouldn't really because it was an all Tech-9 start, it's turned on its head and Envy move up to 12-1.
The first one-on-one chance they get, and well, actually it was a one-on-two. Kyo went huge. The shot when he just ran around and just immediately sprayed down Kenny with a couple of shot bullets. Oh, you got to feel for Titan. Nothing's going their way right now. Kenny's trying to line up the shot, and he's even got a backside in his face from Apex. He's managed to creep on through. Smiths this time, though, is the man that's around that corner. He's holding the angle, tucked himself in, happy, watching the doors as well. Existence and Maniac trying to be the distracting force, but there goes Apex. He was the one that was found down at double doors, and Smiths has now got the support of Shocks as well, so even Kenny's going to be running headlong into 2 rifles.
Nah, and he realised that there, as he had a bit of a peek. They do lose Happy though, and there's too many to go through drop down. Bomb's going to be picked up by Kenny S.
Existence has got through the window. Shock. MBK has not watched it, and Maniac's going to follow. They're going to come through the double doors through the back of Shocks. Shocks is not going to be ready for this.
Oh. RPK sneaking around the back of Smiths there as well.
They've got themselves a really good position.
Shocks is going to peek out almost. No, he's not finished him off there. Kenny S, 21 health still remaining. Shocks almost got Maniac there, and it was enough time to buy there for Smiths and MBK to get 2 kills straight after each other. And again, it changes around. MBK's got Existence. RPK's coming from the back, but the bomb is inside smoke, and MBK from behind will spot him. Again, Titan starting off strong, getting into good positions to confuse them, but somehow Envy just turned the tables on them, and Titan looking a little bit lost here on this terrorist side on Cobblestone.
They had a great position. Their perfect setup.
You can't win around like that.
They were around the back of them. They got 2 around the back, 2 around the front, complete distraction, and then they just fell apart. It was like the team coordination, I don't know what it was, somehow, somewhere, but Envy's rotation coming straight from B as well, straight behind them, was brilliant. 13-1 is a monstrous CT side score. A real big problem here. Happy going a little overzealous maybe. He's just thinking, you know what, it's 13-1, I can afford to be this cocky. And then, well, he manages to get the kill on Kenny S and then just backs away to safety.
He didn't even lose that much health there. There were 2 men firing at him. He just retreats as the rest of them come piling through and lands his shot back straight off. And he's got more than half HP still alive. This
play over at B site, Maniac and Existence, just hasn't worked. They're not distracted at all. Kiyo and MBK have not been, their attention's just not been drawn away from them. They've not had a single issue over there. I don't remember the last time anyone actually pushed through onto B, other than that single time they got the plant there, which was immediately cleared out by Shocks and MBK. That's the only time they've got on B.
Yeah, Kia's just done a fantastic job playing the box there. Playing it very patient, not pushing before it's really time. But this could be interesting. Maniac has come through. Oh, there was a duck there. There was a crouch again from Kiyoshima. It was similar to what we saw yesterday. He was aiming at his head. It was a free kill there.
The position that Kiyo is holding, he's the first man at B. He's only got 6 deaths. You shouldn't have 6 deaths after 15 rounds at that position. That's like, you are the front man. You are the bullet magnet, basically. But we saw it. Obviously, he picked up the almost ace that MBK managed to collect away from him. But how has he only got 6 deaths in that position? That's just Maniac just not being able to get those opening frags. Obviously, they're getting the double smoke down, which sure, and then it clears out. And then nothing's following up. So they're not worried about B-side at all, so which is allowing them to just shut down Titan as soon as they go for A-side. Yeah,
not really putting much pressure onto that B-side. And I think also rightly so. It came at a time where, you know, Kiyoshima's just hammering them 2, 3, 4 rounds in a row and just stopping them actually getting in there. And after a while, they just say, look, it's not working there. We can't somehow weed him out. We can't get in there and sort it. So let's just try A. We're going to keep going A. We're going to keep trying there. They had a couple of rounds where they've gone down, dropped down, got in behind them, still not been able to win the round. So just nothing really working. Obviously, comes down to pistol now, but they've got to have a massive, massive CT side for any chance.
Yeah, 14-1 is a big score. And I think we're seeing why, I don't know whether it's just why EnVy have beaten Titan so many times, but Titan just don't seem to be able to adjust or figure out what is going on here. Apex will get himself the first frag, but quickly, EnVy just overrun them on B side. And this is what they should have been doing. This is what should have been happening. This is what Titan should have been getting in there in the early stages, but EnVyUS, let's see if he can get one taps. He manages to get Smiths down, but Keo suddenly makes it a 1v3. Kenny's going to have to go pretty gigantic here. He realizes he's got two people in the window and he's not going to be able to get in there. This could be 15-1. This could be game over in a minute.
He's got 16 bullets left. He needs headshots right now, which he, granted, does get there onto MBK, but now he has to find two more, and they're both basically stacked up waiting for him. That's two men firing onto EnVyUS, and that is pistol round going towards EnVy. And well, Titan, what money have you got? Really not a lot to work with. Buy everything you can, because this is possibly probably your last round.
And this is, you know, considering the country pride, to get walloped 16-1 is that's not going to sit well with anyone on Titan at all, and the French fans themselves as well. You know, you not only their own teammates, but their fans as well, are not going to be happy with a local rival like this, a 16-1 whooping. They've just not been able to break the deadlock that EnVy set up, and now EnVy themselves are piling through in towards A site.
Oh, well, Maniac started off quite well there. So a 4 versus 4. Its existence obviously did go down.
But they're already on site.
RPK is going to have to come up with some beastly 1-deeks here, almost getting a kill there. They've actually only got EnVyUS left alive, and he's only got 7 health. He did land that shot onto Shock, so it's a 1 versus 1. Hiroshima knows where he is, and it's a simple spray over. 16-1. I thought this was the game of the night. It turned out to be not the game of the night. It was a great performance by EnVy, but honestly, Titan just did not get into this game at all. So
I don't know whether that's just EnVy being really good or just Titan being really bad tonight. I'm not too sure what it was. I mean, Titan had a good game against Flipside a moment ago and kind of swept them aside, but EnVy just didn't falter. That was pretty heartbreaking for Titan fans, honestly. 16-1. It is a map that you can post crazy scores like that on, but you've got to expect a little bit more on the T side. Yeah, and I think that's part of the problem, that you lose 4, 5, 6 rounds and you're saying to yourself, nothing's working here. Even when we get the entry, they're rotating so quick that we can't actually overpower these bomb sites. I don't really remember much outside of the pistol and the round that they won when they actually got the bomb planted. I don't think that happened really at all throughout that game. That's the weird thing. It's like they were hitting A site every single time. They were trying to distract at B. Nothing was working at B. Nothing then was working at A, because they were going into a perfectly set up team. And, you know, Happy was starting to get cocky. He was starting to get aggressive. He was starting to go for those, you know, running with an AWP down into double doors. Why not? This is like a thing you can do when you're that far ahead. And 16-1. Well, that's not the game I'd like to end the night on, but that's what we're going to do.
Absolute destruction there, but there's the scores that we've seen here today. 16-3 to EnVy over Hellraisers on Train. Then what was definitely the game of the day looking back, Inferno between TSM and Navi, 16-14. That one actually ended. Then we had Hellraisers Flipside on Train. That one was, rather than Dust 2, but we'll skip over that. 16-7, and then of course Mirage, a 16-5 win for Titan over Flipside. And then we saw Navi, not Navi. I've been put off by the Virtus Pro logo there, which I looked at it and I still said Navi when I wanted to say EnVy. 16-1 drubbing over Titan. Really, not really much to say about that one. It wasn't close. Yeah, there wasn't even a highlight to pick from that one. I guess, you know, Keo would have got the ace if MBK hadn't have intervened, but other than that, it's just, And that was against an E-Code team, and that probably was actually the highlight of that one. So that kind of tells a big story of that game. Yeah. But we, of course, do have some more games coming your way tonight from North America. Let's not forget Affinity versus Luminosity, Method versus Elevate, Tempo Storm versus Method, Tempo versus CLG, CLG for me going to be the interesting one because, of course, we get to see their new lineup in action.
That and also Luminosity. Luminosity are kind of on the cusp of chasing the top teams. They're actually in a much better position than CLG right now in the league.
Well, that will all be coming up, as you can see there. 2 a.m. Central European Summer Time, which is...
Not too long ago.
2.5...
It's an early night.
1.5 hours.
It's an early night, Joe, because that game was such a whooping.
Yeah, I mean, we planned Titan time like yesterday, where we finished 3 games at 20 to 1 in the morning. We had 5 today, and we're done at 20 to 12. So Titan time didn't quite work out as planned. Of course, the European ESL ESEA Pro League will be back on Monday as well with another big bunch of games. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday next week. Got a lot of games coming up. Mouse Sports versus Ninjas in Pajamas. Penta Flipside, the whipping boys has had to say of the league, the bottom 2 in the league.
Still a lot of money up for grabs down the bottom of the table. You know, the money was announced, so there's still every position counts.
Yeah, money, and of course, no one wants to play relegation with the chance of being knocked out for next season. Then we'll have Penta versus Dignitas and Ninjas in Pajamas versus Flipside. And even those games, you know, NIP versus Flipside, that's an important one in itself because NIP now have a little bit of catching up to do to TSM, who won today over Navi. But that's it, guys, from us tonight. Thank you very much for tuning in. As we said, North America coming up in about an hour and a half time. Actually, that's totally 2.5 hours if I could actually read the clock that's there in front of me. And as we said, Europe will be back here next Monday. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.